This video isn't going to be entertaining, but it might be the most important video you ever watch. In this video, you're going to learn how to get your music onto people's Facebook feeds and Instagram feeds using ads. Right now, I imagine you're sitting there with no one listening to your music or no one even giving you any attention right now. And you can use ads to get your music or your profile onto the news feed of people who are just constantly scrolling and using the apps. There's a band in the UK called The Hunter, and they launched their career using Facebook ads. They ran campaigns which was video ads and images which had on, "Are you a fan of this artist?" And then they ran that ad to everyone who was a fan of the artist they mentioned in the ad. And they blew up their career from that. And it helped that their music was actually good and they were able to build a strong, loyal fan base from these ads alone. And they've literally now touring the UK with the biggest artists, playing the biggest festivals. And you can do this too, and the major labels are doing this. They are advertising their artists, whether it's using memes, whether it's collaborations, whether it's creating content, or whether it's simply a brand awareness campaign to make sure that if the artist is on a major Spotify playlist, if you've heard of that artist, you're more likely to give them a chance and not skip the track. And if you like the track and the music is good, then you will pay tickets to go to their gigs, and they will build a fan base from there and then get booked on major festivals and make all their money back on merch. The basics of social media advertising is that it is broken down into a form of a funnel. You start with awareness and then you funnel people down so they are so bombarded with you and they love you that they act at the bottom of that funnel. Now, other marketing channels, they call things different things, but the concept is the same. You start with awareness and you end with getting people to do something. And there are three stages. One is awareness, the next one is the hook, and the third one is the request. So you start with awareness, which is making people aware that you exist. And I know there's three stages, but that's not necessarily one piece of content for each stage. You might have 4 ads running for your awareness and 1 ad for your hook. It just depends. The more layers and ads and whole that your campaign is, the more likely you are to get fans. All you want them to do is to know you exist. There's no call to action. You don't want them to do anything. They just want to take a little bit of notice of you, and that's it. And that's probably the biggest mistake I see people making in social media advertising. They always think there has to be this call to action. They always think that something has to happen with this ad. Otherwise, it's just a waste of money. So tell them to go stream the track. If they're going to see this ad, they need to go stream the track, click it. Why is there not a link on this video to go to the Spotify? This is pointless. But the truth is that you need to be patient. You need to create lots of content and create a full strategy. So the awareness can be anything. You can create a meme out of your music video. You can try finding other videos which will work well and put your music over the top and target the right people. So for example, you could license a skateboarding video and you could put your music over the top of it, and then you can target everyone who likes skateboarding and go through all of the skateboarding brands and then target people who like those brands as well. Now what happens is when they are scrolling, they will see the video and think, I'll stop and watch that. I'm interested in this kind of content. And they will subliminally listen to your music. And if they like the track, then they will remember it. Again, we don't want them to do anything on this video. We just want them to consume your content. Or another thing you can do is simply create a piece of content that people will stop scrolling and watch. So for example, you could do challenges, you could have tour diaries, you could do anything which will have a title that will get people to stop scrolling and watch. The next stage, you have to hook them in, and you do this by retargeting. So they've heard the track, it's planted in their head. Now, how do you get them to remember you? Well, you do this by retargeting. So on the Facebook Ad Manager, which I'll get to in a second, you can retarget people, and this will allow you to run an ad to everyone who's viewed that video. And this can be a lot closer to your music. For example, you could run a promo video of your music video or of the track and retarget everyone who's already heard a snippet of the track. They probably thought they heard it when they were sitting at McDonald's when there was music playing, shopping in the mall, or they'd heard it on the radio. They will assume that it's a big track and they've heard it somewhere. So when you run a promo video to them, they will take it seriously and consider the track, and they might go to your profile and stream. But again, you can put a call to action here, but you don't necessarily have to. I personally don't. I put the call to action next. So you've got a series of promo videos running now. This can be anything between a snippet of your music video or a promo video with just some stock footage, or thirdly, you can do a lyric video, just something where people are going to hear the first 3 seconds of the track and know that they've heard it before and take notice. And finally, the bottom of the funnel is the request. This is where you put the call to action. So your track is good. That means that people are going to like your music. So when you ask them to go and stream your track, then they are going to go and stream it because they have heard it several times and that they know that they like it. So here you can put a link in it, and that link will go to your Spotify, your SoundCloud, your YouTube, anywhere you want them to go. And this can be a less sophisticated ad. It doesn't have to be something like a promo video. It can just simply say the track and then say, out now, go and stream it. And people will, because they've heard of the track and they like it. And the reason I don't put a link until this point is because links are more expensive. Facebook will charge you more money for taking people away from the platform. So if you run your music video just as an ad with no link, then Facebook can run more ads to them at a later date because you haven't taken them away from the platform. But if you take them to another platform or another website, that is taking users off Facebook, and Facebook loses revenue. So that is why it is more expensive to run link ads or call to actions. So that's why you need to warm up your audience. So when they are as hot as they can possibly be and they know your music and they know your brand, that is when you can go in for the kill and get them to act on something. So all you need to do to set up your ads is use the Facebook Ad Manager, and that's the same for Instagram because Facebook owns Instagram. And it can seem quite daunting when you first sign up because it's just basically a big database or spreadsheet, and it's just got tons of numbers and columns, and it looks very difficult to use. But it's really not, and there's lots of guides and step-by-steps to set up your first campaign. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to take you through the Ad Manager and set up a campaign. So this is the Ad Manager, and once you've linked all of your accounts, this is what you'll see. Now your list will be empty because you haven't created any campaigns. On this account, I've just got the one campaign, which is just memes. So you can see I've spent £10 here so far, and it's going to end on July the 31st. So it looks incredibly daunting because you've got lots of different numbers, but once you get into it, to be honest, it's not too difficult. All you really need to know is your cost per result, your amount spent. That's kind of it. They're the two big figures that you're going to need. And there are other stats that you can go into which will give you more details, and the amount of stats is endless on the Ad Manager. It really is just designed for professionals who are going to go into all of these different categories and have a look at how well the optimization and targeting is on their ads. And if you click this button here, you can see so many other columns that is available to be added in different stats. But don't worry about that. You aren't going to need them today. So you've got 3 tabs. You've got campaigns, ad sets, and ads. So for the first tab, campaigns, see that as more of a folder. That's where we're going to have, say, the awareness, the hook, and the request. We're going to have 3 folders. And then once you click into the ad sets are your targeting. They are the people that you are trying to target. So if you remember, I said you're going to have a skateboarding video going out to skateboarders, then the skateboarders are the ad set. So think about it this way. You've got a ad set called skateboarders, and in that you've got skateboarding videos, Vans, Etnies, and all of the other skateboarding brands that you can think of. Moving on to the ads, that is more so the creative itself. So the ad is what video and caption you are going to put out to your audience. So think about it this way. This is kind of like a set of folders. This is a folder, then you've got your ad sets, and there you got your targeting, and these are all of the different ads that are going out to that target audience. So say for example, you've got 3 different skateboarding videos, and you could put within one ad set 3 skateboarding videos into here, and you can compare which one gets the biggest engagement of those within that ad set. Now I know that sounds incredibly complicated, but I promise it will become clearer later. And I think the best way for me to explain through all of these things is basically make a start and start the campaign. So we're going to start with create campaign. Now on this is your marketing objective, and this is the funnel I was kind of talking about. So Facebook calls it awareness, consideration, conversion. So here you're raising awareness. This one, you are making someone consider the brand or considering engaging with the brand in some way, shape or form. Conversion, that's the request. You're asking them to do something. Now, to be honest, for music, I don't really use this awareness. I like to go for either video views or engagement. And Facebook will decide who sees your content based on what you put here. So if you want people to engage with your post, you click this and Facebook will find people who are more likely to engage with your content. If you want people to view your videos, then Facebook will find people who are more likely to view your videos. The reason I don't use these two is because it's more so to do with brands, and you can't have as much control over the frequency that people see things, and also there are other options such as reach, which just makes sure someone sees something at least once, and I want to have a little bit more control over that. So I go for video views, which is going to be more so for the awareness. And I'm just going to call this awareness. These you can just ignore. A/B testing is basically testing to see which is the most optimized and which is going to give you the cheapest results. If you do want me to go into more detail on things like A/B testing and also optimization and go into the more technical stuff, do comment below and let me know, because I think what I'm going to cover today is going to get you through and have successful campaigns. But if you do want more detail, let me know and I can make that video. So we're going to click continue. Now this is the ad set, which is what I'm talking about. These are the skateboarders. So we're going to name that skateboarders. Custom audience, ignore that. That will be for a more technical video. For your targeting, you can do all of the usual big places where you'd like to tour. Now, there are some people that would recommend going for cheaper countries. So you would go for lesser developed countries where the GDP is lower, and then you can get cheaper results because less people are advertising there. And what that does is social proofs your content. It gets you more views, more comments, more likes cheaply. And then when you can target the bigger countries with higher GDP and more spending, then people can see that you've got the views and the comments and they follow along. And you can do that if you want. I'm not adverse to it. It is a good strategy, but your content has to be right for all countries if you are going to do that. So big skateboarding countries, United Kingdom and United States. We can put some other countries in there, just fill it out as much as you like. Then we've got age. Let's go for the younger generation of skateboarders, maximum of say 35. Above 18 is good because usually they have a little bit more money to spend on going to gigs and things like that, and that's what we want. Now this is where you start to put in your skateboarding profile. So let's put skateboarding in. There we go. Skateboarding. Now, when you've put a couple in, usually the suggestions are amazing on Facebook. Look at that. You've literally got everything that I've mentioned: skateboard, professional skater, Vans, professional skateboarder, Element skateboards, and you just literally go through all of these that are accurate to what you are trying to target and just throw it in there. I think that should be enough, but if you want to go more detailed, then absolutely go for it. On the right here, try to get your audience size to be somewhere in the green. Potential reach of 25 million is perfect. That is exactly what you're looking for. If you'd like, you can save the audience if you want to go back and use it again. So just use skateboarding and you can save it. So if you wanted to use it again, you can do. Now there is one trick that Facebook tends to try and get you on, and that's say, oh, just use our automatic placement. It's recommended and it's awesome and we'll do it all for you. No, don't do that. Go on edit placement and then get rid of apps and sites because you don't want to have ads for your music in apps. Contextual space, no. Messaging, no. In stream, no. Stories, our videos aren't going to be optimized for stories, but you can if they are. Now use different campaigns for stories and use different campaigns for feed posts because they're going to be different creatives and people react differently to it. Again, get rid of this, Facebook Marketplace, Facebook suggested. Now something you can do if you want to be more accurate is separate your Facebook newsfeed ads with your Instagram feed ads, and it is highly recommended. So I'm not going to run Instagram ads on this campaign. I would do it completely separately. So the budget and schedule is basically asking you how you want to optimize your ads, and Facebook eventually is going to force us down the route of through play anyway, so I just always go for through play. 2-second views is pretty pointless for music. You need someone to listen to more than 2 seconds of your track in order for the ad to even be effective. Here you can cap the cost of every through play if you like. If it's a new ad, I will just see how it does automatically first. Now you can do two things. You can do daily budget, you can do lifetime budget. I like to do lifetime budget when I'm testing an ad and I'm not really sure how it's going to perform. And then when I've got something that's set up and I know that it works, then I will go for more a daily budget. And the good thing about lifetime budget is you can't make a mistake and overspend. So here we'll spend, say, £100 over the course of a month. And that means that the ad will not run after the 6th of August and that you won't spend more than £100. This stuff you can just add. If some people like to say you are only targeting America and people who are going to be awake during the day, then you can run ads on a schedule and not have them run at night, for example. So here is now the ad itself. This is where we're going to create something which is going to capture the attention of the skateboarders. Now what I've done is I've taken a piece of footage and got permission to use it. And you should always try to get permission before you use someone else's footage. And I've swapped out the music for the piece of music that I am going to be promoting. So I'll show you an example here. So this is the original piece of music. It's got a slow start and then it gets into it. And what I've done is I've gone into Premiere Pro here and I've simply swapped out the music. And obviously our track that we're promoting, it is Brooklyn Queen, Deal With It. And it works really well with this video. So what I'm going to do is export that. So now that's been exported, we can upload it to Facebook. If you've already posted something and you want to get engagement on a post that's already on your feed, you can click use existing post and search for it there, and it will do the rest for you. So here I'm going to upload the video we've just made. Okay, now the video has uploaded, and you can go down here and have a look at what it's going to look like. And then you can see what it's going to look like on desktop. And here is where you can put in your caption. But to be honest, I think I'm going to leave it completely blank for this one, because when you start the video, it will already show that it's a skateboarding video and people will stop and watch it. And we don't really need people to be impressed. We don't need them to comment. We don't need them to do anything. All we need them to do is consume the video and listen to the music. So once you're happy with everything, you can just click confirm and that will start. Okay, what happens now is a real person at Facebook is going to review the ad, make sure it complies with their terms of service, and when it does, the ad will go live. So now we've got our awareness set up. We can create our next campaign, which is the hook. And this is one where we can maybe go for more engagement or video views. Again, I'm going to go for video views on this one. And we'll call this the hook. Again, this is going to be retargeting skateboarding video. So now we're going to retarget everyone who has watched the skateboarding video with another video of the track. So they are aware of the track, and we're going to retarget them, and everyone who watched a bit of the skateboarding video, we're going to retarget them with something more music related. So to do this, we're going to create a custom audience. And the source of the audience is going to be from a video. And we're going to look for anyone who watched, say, 50% of the video. So we know that they've heard about half of the track. And you're going to go and choose video. And there it is. There's our video right there. So we're going to select that one and click confirm. I'm going to call it skateboarding video views. And that is the name of the custom audience. And location, we don't have to do any of this stuff now because that's all we need. We've started at the top of the funnel. It says your reach is less than 10. That's because the video hasn't gone live yet. Placements, that is still important. We don't want this new ad to go into all of these places that I don't like. Stick with Facebook for now. Again, if you're doing this separately for Instagram, you just select that one instead of Facebook. All of this is the same. Now, lifetime budget, again, I'd say, but we can go a bit lower because this is a bit of a warmer audience, so it's not going to cost as much. You can go higher. I just tend to play around with the budgets and find something that works. Okay, once you're happy with everything there, yep, we are, because it's just one target. Cool, continue. For this one, we're gonna do a lyric video for the track. And we're gonna upload a really cool lyric video for this track. Okay, the lyric video is uploaded, and that's what it looks like. And I'm going to write a catchy heading such as need to get fired up. Check out this lyric video. By the way, if you need emojis, then I recommend Emojipedia. Cool. I'm happy with that. Again, there's no call to action here. Just try and get people to listen to the track. And of course, everyone this is going out to, we know that they've already listened. So we're going to click confirm on that. Okay, that is now in review as well. So you can see a little system emerging. This goes out to all the new people, and this retargets everyone who's viewed the video in here. But here is what you can do as well. So you could create something else into awareness and go into awareness. Here's the skateboarders targeting that we created, and here is the ad. You could go and create a new ad set within the awareness campaign and go and create surfers, for example, and create a surf video and put that in here. So then you can put something else in here. You've got skateboarders and surfers within this ad set, and then you go back to here and go into hook, retargeting, and create retargeting for everyone who is surfers. And you just do it again and again and again until you create something else, which is the request. Now that is different. We don't want video views, we want traffic. We're taking them away from Facebook. So everyone we're going to be targeting is people who have viewed the lyric video. So we're going to call them lyric video views. And again, custom audience, and then find that video. And let's say everyone who saw 25%, because it's okay if they didn't necessarily spend a lot of time on the lyric video, but they have heard enough of the track. And there it is. Select it, confirm, if it lets me scroll down. There it is, confirm. And name of audience, lyric video views. Again, edit the placement. Lifetime budget, let's go 50 again for the month. Continue. It's going to be promo video. And again, we're going to add a video. Okay, now that is uploaded. I made a little video. Don't judge me on my graphic design skills. It's just for the sake of example. So I made a quick video of something that you could do, but hire a graphic designer. We've got video editors at Burstimo who do this all for us, and they're very good at it, but I am not one of them. So here we can have deal with it. Let's go capitals. Deal with it out now. Stream on Spotify. And we'll put some fire emojis. And this is where you can put your Spotify link. You can also, if you want, put the Spotify link into here to make it easier for people to click, but I don't recommend it. So here you can put your headline, stream, deal with it, and then your call to action is listen now. And you're done. Click confirm. And that's it done. Now you can start loading your awareness, as many videos as you possibly can, targeting various different audiences. So surfers to surfing videos, skateboarders to skateboarding videos, then retarget them with the hook and find something where you can say they viewed this video, and this video, and retarget them. And then eventually when they've seen all these videos, maybe it's multiple videos, depends how many layers you want to put into this, and then have the call to action at the very end. So that is essentially how you do Facebook and Instagram ads and use retargeting. And I know that this has been a long video. I know it's been boring and quite detailed. And if there is something that I haven't explained properly, then do get down in the comments and ask your questions. There is no question that is too stupid, too simple. I will reply to every single one of them because I know it's a tough topic. I know I might have not explained something clearly, or maybe I've missed out a key detail. Whatever it is, get in the comments. And also, if you've enjoyed this kind of tutorial video, a lot more down and dirty with the technical stuff, do let us know below as well, because I can do more videos like this and run through more examples. So let me know. If you found this video useful, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. We are uploading 3 to 4 times a week now, and it's filled with so much good, valuable content for your music marketing. So do subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.